These are some of the questions that I want us to revise through. Let's see how we can answer some of these questions. We know that today we are looking at physics. Yesterday we were doing chemistry. So this is a particular question that is given under electricity. So how can we answer a question under electricity given in this manner? So the first question here, this is what we want to start with. It's saying calculate the reading of A. This is the first question we are given. So want to find the reading of A. This A that is here is called what? Is called an ammeter. So this is an ammeter. You ask yourself, an ammeter gets to read what? Current. So what we are told to find here, we are told to find current. So just the same as finding current. So want to find current in this particular circuit. So before you even get to find current, you know that current is given by the formula. Current is equal to voltage over resistance. So this is the formula for what? This is the formula for current. So now what we are going to do, we need to find the what? We need to find the total resistance that is in this particular circuit. And we know that these resistors are connected in parallel. And when resistors are connected in parallel, there is something that you need to get. There is something that you need to understand on that. So there is something that should be understood. There is something that you need to get. So what we are going to do is this. This is what we are going to do. We say, okay, for us to find the resistance that is in parallel, we say if resistors are just two, we say total resistance is given by the formula where we say resistor 1 times resistor 2 over resistor 1 plus resistor what? Resistor 2. This is a particular formula that we get to use. So even as you are answering questions, exam questions, this is what you need to do. If you are just given two resistors that are connected in parallel, this is a particular formula that you need to use. So in this case, we are going to say total resistance is equal to, what is our resistor 1 here? What is resistor 1? The resistor 1 is what? Resistor 1, I'll say, okay, this is resistor 1. I'll get this or get that. It is just one and the same. So this is 6 times 3. I'll do this over 6 plus what? 3, which is equal to, this is 18 over what? Over 9. Then the answer is 2 what? 2 ohms. So this is the answer. This is the total resistance of these two resistors. So this is the same one I'm going to use and put there. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it where? I'm going to put it here now. And voltage, I know voltage is what? 14. So I'm going to say resistance now is equal to, what is the voltage? 14 over, what is the resistance? 2. So the final answer is what? 7 amps. This is the answer. So this is what we get to do. These are some of the things that you need to know and understand. So if you're watching this, let me know where you are watching me from. If you're watching this video, let me know if people are connected. Let me know if there is any person that has connected yet. So this is what you need to understand. These are some of the things that you need to get and know. So the same way I've answered this is how you are supposed to answer questions even in an exam. So this is what we need to do. These are some of the things that we need to get and understand. Okay, so this is the first part. This is the first part, just like this. So this is how we get to calculate what? This is how you need to calculate current. So certain questions you will be given in this manner. You can be given a question like this. A question can be given in an exam in this manner. You are just given a question to say, this is a question you are given. It's good to hear that people are connected. You are given a question like this. A question can be given in this manner. Question is just given like this, where you've got a resistor here. They're giving you 4 ohms. Then you've got something like this. So these are questions that like to appear in your exams. Something like this. Here, let me say 2 ohms like this. Then you've got something like this. This is what you have, something like this. You are given something that is like this. You are given something like this. Then here you are told, let's say you are given 10 watt, 10 volts. The first question can be, so let me do this. The first question can come in this manner, where they are telling you that calculate the effective resistance in the circuit. You are told to calculate the effective resistance in the circuit. So you are told to calculate the effective resistance in the circuit. Effective what? Resistance in the circuit. In the circuit. So now, when you are told to calculate the effective resistance, it is just the same as they are telling you to calculate the what? The total resistance that is in this particular what? This particular circuit. It is just one and the same thing. So this is what you need to get. This is what you need to understand. So they are telling us to calculate the effective resistance in the circuit. So calculating the effective resistance in the circuit, what you are going to know and understand is that these two resistors are connected in what? In parallel. So we need to find the total resistance that is just between these two. Then after finding one, that's when this one is going to be in series to that one. Then you know that finding resistors in series, you just need to add them. It is very simple. So now these two are given in what? They are given in parallel. So we find the total resistance that is here. You know that whenever we are talking about resistance, this is just the opposition to the flow of charge. This is what you need to know and understand. So each time we are talking about resistance, it's just the opposition to the flow of charge. So what I'm going to do is that, okay, to find the total resistance that is here, this is what I need to do. I need to say, okay, total resistance is equal to what? I will say resistor 1 times resistor 2. So let's see if we are following. Plus resistor 2. This is the formula to use, where I'm going to say total resistance is equal to, so I will say 3 times 2 over 3 plus 2. What answer we getting? 6 over what? 6 over 5. What is our answer here? Let me see if people are participating. Let me see if we are following. We need to be answering these questions together. So we need to be revising through these things together. We are just revising through, telling you how questions get to come even in an exam. So these are procedures. These are some of the things that you need to get. So if you use your calculator here, what answer are you getting? What is your answer? What answer are you getting? Let me just see if you are able to follow through. So 6 over 5 or 6 divided by 5, what answer are you going to get? Let me see if you are following. Let me see the people that are following. If you are following me this morning, what is your answer? So let's be quick in commenting. Let's be quick. What is the answer here? Let me see if you are following. What is the answer here? The answer is what? 1.2. So I'll say 1.2 what? Ohms. This is the answer. So this is the total resistance that is here. So I'll say this is the what? This is the total resistance. It is 1.2 ohms. So this one is now in series to the 4 that is there. So where you are going to say, therefore, the total resistance is equal to what? 4 ohms plus what? 1.2 ohms. Then in total, what will be the answer? The answer will be 5.2 ohms. So this is the answer that you are going to get. Have you seen? Just like this, you are done. So this is what you need to get. This is the total resistance in the circuit. So the same way I've answered this, this is how you are supposed to be answering even questions in your exams. So these are some of the things that you need to know. These are important things that you need to get and understand. These questions don't miss in your exams. So you need to make sure that you know how to work them out. You know how to answer questions like that if they are to come even in your exam. So you just need to know how to answer questions that gets to come in your exams. Questions will be coming in all different types. They will be coming in different kinds. So you can have a question that is given like this. So you are given a question. Let's say, okay, from here, let me just say, let's say you are told to say, find the current that is passing through. Let's say you are told to, you are given this particular question. This is the question that you're given. They are telling you to say, find the current. So the question is saying, find the current passing through. You are told to find the current passing through. You are told to say, find the current passing through 4 ohm resistor, 4 ohm resistor, and 3 ohm resistor. You are given this particular question. So this is how questions will be coming. So I will say this is what? I will say this is B, this was A. So you are given this particular question. They want you to find the what? The current that is passing through 4 ohm resistor and 3 ohm resistor. So before you even answer this particular question, there are certain things that you need to know. There are some parts that you need to get and understand. So what you need to know is that there are two things here. When resistors are connected in parallel, you need to know the relationship that gets to exist between voltage and current. You need to understand that. So you know that if resistors are connected in what? If resistors are connected in series, current is the same. So like this, the current that is here is the same current that is passing through at these 2 points if you add them. These are in what? These are in parallel. So you know that whenever we are talking about parallel connection, so when we are talking about parallel what? Parallel connection. So in parallel connection, what you need to know and understand is that current is what? Current is the same. So current is what? Current is the same. Current is the same. So say current is the same like this. Current is the same. But voltage is what? Voltage is shared. I'm going to use this term. Voltage is what? Shared. So in parallel connection, let me say this. This is parallel. Parallel connection like this one. Voltage is the same. Then current is shared. Voltage is the same. Then current is what am I writing? Same like this. This is same. Then this one is shared. This is parallel. But when we go to series, connection, in series connection, voltage is what? Voltage is now shared here. Voltage is shared. Then the current is the same. This is what you need to know and understand. So these are some things that you need to take note of. So this one here, parallel connection. So whenever we are talking about parallel connection, voltage is the same while current is what? Current is shared. But in series connection, here voltage is the same, but current, voltage is shared, current is the same. This is the series. So meaning that the current that is passing in the circuit here, the current that is in here, so visit the 2019 on electricity too. Okay, if possible, since you have my WhatsApp number, you can just try to forward the same paper so that I get to see it. I guess you've got my WhatsApp number, so you can just forward the number on the paper on WhatsApp. So this is what you need to. These are two important things that will enable you answer any question in an exam. So in other words, the current that is passing through the 4 ohm resistor is the same current that is in the circuit, because this one is in series. So what is the total current that is passing through this whole circuit? You say current is given by the formula. Current is equal to what? Voltage over resistance. Where I'm going to say, okay, this is now equal to, what is the voltage? What is the voltage? The voltage I'm given 10 over. What is the current? Current, what is the resistance? This is the resistance in the circuit. So the resistance, we found it. This is what? 5.2. So when we divide, what answer are we getting? When we divide here, what is our answer? What answer are we going to get when we just divide this part? What answer are we getting? What is your answer? 10 divide 5.2. What answer are you getting on this part that is here? What is your answer? So let me see. Let us answer this together. We are revising through. So what answer are we getting when we divide here? What is the answer? So what answer are we getting when we just divide this part that is here? What answer are we getting? Let me see your answers. Let me see your answers. What is your answer? So I can see 1.92 so amps. So this is the what? This is the current. So this is the current. So this is the current passing through. So it is passing through what? Passing through, I'll say passing through. It is passing through what? 4 ohm resistor. This is what you need to know and understand. So this one is passing through what? It is passing through 4 ohm resistor. But for us to find the one that is passing through this one, since we know that here voltage is the same, so we need to know the voltage that is passing through that one. After finding the voltage that is passing through that point, that's when we are going to say the 10 minus the voltage that is here, we distribute it here, because voltage is the what? Voltage is the same. So what I'm going to do, we've answered this particular question just like this. This is the current that is passing through that. So the total current in the circuit is the total current that is the same current that is passing through the point that is there. So now this is the one. This is the total current 1 point. So it is like this. This is let me write it here. Maybe I can use it somewhere. 9.2 amps. So now I say, okay, voltage is equal to the voltage that is passing through this point. So what is the voltage? Current times what? Resistance. Where I say voltage is equal to current is 1.92 times resistance, which is 4. So what is the answer? What answer are we getting here when we multiply? What is our answer? What answer are we going to get? 1.92. So 1.92 times 4. What answer are we going to get just on this part? What is our answer? What answer are we getting? So when you multiply here, what answer are you going to get? What is your answer when you multiply? So let's be quick in my participating. What answer are you getting? What is your answer on that part? What is your answer when you just multiply 1.92 times 4? What is your answer? What answer are you getting? What answer are you getting? What is your answer? 7.68 volts. Are we all getting the same answer? So this is also the voltage that is passing through this point. So the voltage there is what? This is the voltage that is passing through the point there. Have you seen? So this is the what? This is the voltage. I don't know if it is, I can see somebody has written 6 9. I'm not able to see the answers, so I am not having a calculator right now, so I'm depending on you. I don't know if this number is rounded off. This same answer here. Okay, majority are commenting 7.68. I believe the answer is already rounded off. So now, after doing something like this, the moment we are just done with this, so this is the voltage that is passing through there. We know that voltage in series is different. So the voltage that is there is different to the voltage that is passing through here. So the voltage that is passing through this, you know that the voltage is the same. So here, one thing here, we say 10, the 10 that is given, we say 10 volts minus 7.68. What answer are you getting? We find the voltage now that is here. So when you subtract here, what answer are you going to get? So what is your answer when you just subtract here? What answer are you going to get? We are getting what? We are getting 3.32 volts. So this is the voltage that is passing through here. So meaning here you've got what? You've got 3.32. So you've got 3.32 volts. That is the voltage that is passing through there. Even here we've got 3.32 volts. That is the voltage that is passing through there. Have you seen? This is what we are given. So I can see different, I can see 2.0. Okay, this is 2, right? So we need, it is 2.32. 2.32. It is 2.32. This is the answer, isn't it? So this is the voltage that is here. This is the voltage that is there. Since these are in parallel, we know that in parallel connection, voltage is the same, but current is what? Current is shared. So the current that is here is different to the current that is there. So after calculating all these, that's when we can now proceed and say current is equal to voltage over what? Resistance. Where I'm going to say voltage is what? I want to find the current that is passing through 3 ohm resistor. So let me do this at 3 ohm resistor. So at 3 ohm resistor, this is what I'm going to do. I say, okay, current is equal to voltage over what? Resistance. Where I'm going to say, okay, this is equal to, what is the voltage? What voltage there? The voltage that is there, it is what? 2.32 over, what is the total resistance? Total resistance, the resistor that is there is the 3. We are given that. Then which is equal to, what answer are you getting there? If you divide, what answer are you going to get? So when we divide on that part, what answer are we getting? What is our answer? So what answer are we getting when we divide there? What answer are we going to get? What will be our answer? So which one will be our answer? Let's see how we are going to calculate that one. What is our answer? So the answer is what? The answer is 0. What? 0.7 amps. So this is our answer. Just like this, we are done. This is the answer. So quickly now, under 1 minute, I want you to tell me the current that is passing through 2 ohm resistor. Let us find the current that is passing through 2 ohm resistor. So the current that is passing through 2 ohm resistor, let me see the answers that you are going to get. 2 ohm resistor, the current that is passing through 2 ohm resistor. So just comment your solution when you're done. I just see if you are able to follow through some things that we are discussing together. Let me see if people are able to follow through everything that we are discussing here. So those of you under my online lessons, you know that these are revision questions. You are supposed to be writing them in your book. This is same as our class. We are revising through some of these things. So this is what we are supposed to do. These are some things that we need to get and understand. So let us answer this. I've given you a minute. Somebody has commented 0.86. Let me just write down this. So somebody has commented 0.86, so amps. Are we all finding this? Let me see your answer. Let me see your answer. Somebody, we are having now different answers. So somebody has commented 1.16. Okay. Somebody has commented this answer. So far I'm having two different answers. Okay, according to you, let us calculate. For us to have different answers, it means that some people have not gotten the concept. So what we are going to do is this. We say current is equal to voltage over what? Resistance. This is the formula we are going to do. We say, what is the voltage? What voltage are we given? The voltage is 2.32. This is the voltage over what? Over the resistor. The resistor is 2. So you put a 2 there. Resistance is 2 because it is that one. Then here, when you divide, what answer are you getting? So what answer are we getting here when we divide? What is our answer? What answer are we getting? So what is our answer here? Are we getting 1.16? Isn't it? This is the answer that we are getting. So this is what we are supposed to do. The formula is here. This is the formula that we need to use. I think the mistake was just on the formula. I guess so. The mistake was just on the formula. So these are things that you need to get. These are some things that you need to know and understand. So you just need to make sure that you know how to work out this particular question. Everything that we are discussing here, you need to know how to work them out. So now, even as we get to end our session, I just want us to revise through this particular question, the question that is here. So make sure you write down this question. Even as I'm writing down, you write it down. So I'm going to be quick on this. I'm going to be quick on this one. So you are given, this is a question that you are given. The question is saying the figure below. So this is the question. The figure below, I'm going to be very fast. The figure below shows, so the figure below shows, so it shows a circuit diagram. So the figure below shows a circuit diagram. A figure below shows a circuit diagram connected. So this circuit diagram is connected. So connected to a battery. Connected to a what? Connected to a battery. So it is connected to a battery of EMF volts. EM what? Of 3.0 volts. So this is what we are given, volts. Okay. Then you are given, it is like this. This is how it is. This is how it is. Make sure you are writing down this. Make sure you are writing down this. So this is what you are given. Something like this. You are given this. This is what you are given. So you've got something like this. This is what you are given here. This is 3 volts. Then it is going like this. Here we've got a switch like this. So something like this. Make sure you are writing down. Here we've got ammeter. So you've got something like that. Then here we've got voltmeter. Okay, like this. We've got something like that. Then here you are given, this is what you are given, a resistor. You are given that particular resistor. So this is what you are having. You've got a question like this. This is a question that you are having. The first question, you've got something like this. So the first question here it is saying. So the first question, let me just write it here. The first question is calculate the charge that froze. So you want to calculate the what? You want to calculate the charge. Calculate the charge. So you want to calculate the charge. This is what you want to calculate. Calculate the what? Calculate the charge that froze. So the charge that froze in 5 seconds. That froze in what? 5 seconds. If the ammeter reading, so if the ammeter reading is, if ammeter reading is 2 amps, if ammeter reading is 2 amps. So this is what you are given. This is the first question that I want us to answer. So you are told to say that calculate the charge. They want you to calculate what? Calculate the charge that froze in 5 seconds if ammeter reading is 2 amps. So how then do we calculate a question like this? How are we supposed to calculate this particular question? So what you need to know and understand is that the formula that we get to use. So here you just need to understand the formula. So charge is given by the formula. You say charge is equal to current times what? Time. This is the formula that we get to use. So where you say what is your current, you are given your current is 2. What is the time? Time should be in seconds. You are given the 5 there. So altogether we are saying it is 10 what? 10 coulombs. So C, which is coulombs. So this is the answer. This is the charge that gets to flow in 5 seconds if ammeter reading is 2 amps. So this is what you need to get. This is what you need to understand. Have you seen how these questions are? These are simple questions that you are given, and these are questions that you need to understand. Then the next question, we are given B, we are given part B, where we are told to find resistance of the lamp in the circuit. So they want you to find the what? Resistance in the circuit. So resistance of the lamp. Resistance of the what? Resistance of the lamp. Which lamp? The lamp that is there. So this is a question B that we are given. So how can you answer this particular question? There is a formula that you need to do what? A formula that you need to write. So you know that for us to find the reading of the resistance when we are given, so what are we given? We've got current and voltage is given. Then you know that resistance is given by the formula. You say voltage over what? Over current. I believe you know where all these things are coming from. The general formula that you need to understand is this one, where you say current times what? Resistance. So if you make I the subject of the formula, you are going to have V over R. If you make R the subject of the formula, you are going to have voltage over current. This is what you are going to have. So these are some of the things that you need to get. These are some of the things that you need to understand. So this is now equal to, you say this is equal to, you say, okay, this is equal to what? What is the voltage? What voltage are you given on that part? What voltage are we going to use? What is the voltage there? So what is the voltage? We are given, it is what? We are given there, it is 3. Then you say over. What is the current? Current you are given, that is 2, which is equal to, so it is equal to, when you divide there, what answer are you going to get? You're going to get 1.5 ohms. So this is the answer that you are going to get. This is the answer that we've gotten. So this is what you are supposed to do. These are some of the things that you need to know and understand. So the same way I'm calculating these questions, this is the same way you need to be calculating even yourself if questions like this are to come in your exams. Have you seen? This is how you are supposed to calculate. These are procedures that you need to get and understand. The same way I'm answering, this is how you are supposed to answer. So what if I've given you another question? So away from this, what if I give you another question, which is the last part that we are going to do in this particular session. So let's say I've given you another question that is saying calculate the power. So you are told to calculate the power. I'm telling you to say calculate the what? Calculate the power consumption. Calculate the power consumption of the lamp. Consumption of the what? Of the lamp. This is a question that I've given you. How can you answer this question? How can you go about this particular question? So for you to answer this question now, you need to know the formula for what? For power. So the formula for power, you know that power is given by the formula voltage times what? Current. This is the formula that we get to use. So in this case, we are going to say that power is equal to, what is the voltage? The voltage is 3 times, what is the current? What is the current? Current is given was 2. Then this is equal to what? 6 watts. So this is the what? This is how you are supposed to answer a question like this. So these are just ways in which you get to answer questions in an exam. So this is where we are going to end from. Thank you so much for connecting. Those of you that wants to join us. So power is in watts. Power, the units for power, it is watts. So you need to put watts there. The unit for power is watts. So if you want tuitions now, you get to WhatsApp me on this number. This is my WhatsApp number. So you get to WhatsApp me on this number. This is my WhatsApp number. You get to revise with me in the remaining days. You can see how you can catch up. You can catch up on 1 or 2 things. So this is where we are going to end from. Thank you so much for connecting. See you tomorrow. We know that tomorrow we are having mathematics. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we've got mathematics. So we end here. Thank you so much for connecting. I believe you've learned 1 or 2 things. Sometimes they can even ask you, what does the letters EMF stand for? That is electromotive force. This is what you need to get. That's what you need to understand on that part. So what if we just want section B and C topics fail? It's how much? So I don't do that. If you get to join under my online lessons, we get to revise through everything. So there's nothing like you just want a certain part of your interest. No, when you join, it means that we are going to cover everything together. We'll be revising through everything together. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.